So now I don't know what's going on with everybody. Okay, and hold up, because we're gonna go to Diddy after this. I don't know what's going on with everybody. But if you watch me, shout out to you, like the video. Okay, do that right quick. Like the video, 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 like the video. Yeah, okay, do that for me. So I'll just say this right quick. I talked about Jay-Z last Wednesday, a week ago. A week ago, I was on site and I reported to y'all based on site's article that Tony Busby had dropped the charges against Jay-Z. And so that was going to be, that was dismissed with prejudice, meaning that it couldn't be brought back up. I talked about that. So Friday, the story comes out again. And everybody acts like that's the first time it's being talked about. And I remember sitting at the table on Valentine's Day, like just looking at my phone, like, why they acting like this story just came out just now when I talked about this shit like last week or a day? Like, I had already talked about this shit and everybody was just sitting up there acting like it had just came out. And I'm like, we already talked about this. And I reported on, and I specifically remember saying that I'm speaking on it because we already was talking about it. So I want to make sure that I get up here and say that that case got dismissed. And that I'm glad, because I really like Jay-Z and I don't want him to be somebody that fucked a 13-year-old. I really don't. He and Diddy are not the same to me. They are, but they aren't. As far as their music, their intellect, how they live their lives, they're not the same to me. But Jay-Z, 99 in the 2000s, was a problem. He ruined people's careers. He fucked over women that didn't want to fuck him. Hello, Maya. So I'm not going to put anything past anybody. But once the case and the information was being disseminated and it sounded like the lady was lying, I ain't got no problem with saying the fucking lady lied. Let's move on. But what I don't like that y'all do is now assume that because this case was a lie and because Jay-Z had the time and the money to fight that shit to the death like a gladiator, y'all want to assume that means that, oh, now we need to release Diddy. No, bitch. You need to understand there's a difference here. These are all lawsuits against him from people all over the country and all over the world that are saying, they could be lying or telling the truth about Diddy harming them. The FBI has a totally different set of people that are not connected to Tony Busby. Okay? I need y'all to understand the difference. People who saw what happened and saw the original FBI case are now suing Diddy because they say he did something to them during his career, during their lifetime, whatever. The FBI collected information, raided that nigga house, talked to victims, and looked at video evidence and decided to arrest him and hold him without bond or bail. So when y'all act like this means Diddy didn't do anything, I have to ask, are you okay? These are two different things. Let's hear what Stephen A. Smith had to say about Jay-Z. It's giving dick rider. Before we even get into it, girl, it's giving you want to ride the dick. It's giving you want to ride the dick. That's what it's giving.
On Saturday, Combs' attorney said the suit dropped on Friday will be the first of many that will not hold up in a court of law, end quote. Jay-Z ain't that one. As far as I'm concerned, he did exactly what he was supposed to do. He didn't sit idly by and watch his name be raked through the coals and sullied the way that he did. Most of us would have. Most of us would have let our lawyers handle it. We would have shut up. We would have kept silent. He didn't do that. And I remember I was taking a lot of heat for coming to Jay-Z's defense. My initial question is, where the hell are y'all now? And to the people.
Who got mad at you for coming to Jay-Z's defense? When did that happen? Because I'm gonna be real. Y'all love to act like I just always I believe. Bitch, I told y'all. I was like, I don't want to believe this about Jay-Z. I told y'all that.
People who have smiled in Jay-Z's face, who were supposed to be his friends.
Okay, just right quick. Maya talked to Vlad at some point, but basically when the song came out with Jadakiss and him, they both did verses on Best of Me. And that's when I believe all of this shit started. But she absolutely says that he tried to ruin her career because she didn't want to fuck with him. And that's when she decided to go independent. Maya talked about it on the Vlad interview. Y'all can go look for that.
Who was supposed to be supportive of his. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Let me be very, very clear. None of us were there. We don't know what happened or whatever the case may be. That's fair. And if you have a microphone and a camera in front of you, you have an obligation to say that. But in the same breath, what was I being attacked for? Ladies and gentlemen,
because you're a pick-me. Because you're a pick-me.
If you would recall, what I said was, the man that I have known and I have been friends with for 25 years, there's no way I believe he's capable of something like that.
And we're telling you that as a man, you cannot say that. You can't say that. I don't give a fuck how long you've known somebody. I don't care. I'm going to tell y'all, I don't care what you are. That's why you got your ass ate up, because you could never know who somebody is just because you think y'all are friends. You're not with them 24/7. You ain't with them walking every day of their life in order to know every step they done made and everything they have done. I don't know why people say shit like that. Except for the fact that you want brownie points for sticking up for somebody that probably don't even give a fuck about you. But okay, Stephen A. Smith and Jay-Z are friends. That's absolutely fine. But you making this a moment to act like you care about Jay-Z more than everybody else because you're willing to say something and nobody else did. Child, people did say shit. People did say shit. But at the same time, I'm not going to forget that Jay-Z tried to act like him and Diddy didn't kick it like that. And I'm like, you maybe didn't really fuck with him like that, but you knew it was in your best interest at some point for you and him to be cool, for you and him to have somewhat of a allyship. So when Jay-Z was handling things a certain way, I didn't like some of the things that he said and did in the way he handled it, because it made me look at him like, why you going about it that way? Why you trying to act like that wasn't your boy? You know what I'm saying? But essentially, I didn't want to believe he did that shit either. And so when the story was starting to fall apart, I was like, oh, thank God. Girl, the way I listen to 444 every week, like the way one of my favorite rap songs ever is I Know by Jay-Z. Child, the way I know all the words to Big Pimpin', like, listen to me. I didn't want this nigga I didn't want him to be the one. I didn't want him to be the one. I didn't. But at the same time, just like Bill Cosby, just like R. Kelly, if enough evidence comes out to prove that you was doing some shit that would put me in harm's way, if I was in the vicinity of you, I'm not fucking with you. I don't give a fuck. I'm not fucking with you. I'ma still listen to your music, but I'm not fucking with you. No. Like at this point, I own some of the music. So it's already been bought, bitch. It's already here. Okay. Honestly, Jay-Z disowned Diddy a long time ago. But acting like y'all was never cool like that was like why you lying? Why you fucking lying? Why you always lying?